week of conception, your fertilized egg, known as a blastocyst, will make its way to your uterus. The egg is about the size of a pen tip. In days, the cells in the egg arrange themselves into groupings. The inner cell mass will become your baby. The outer cells will become the amniotic sac and placenta. The blastocyst then sheds its protective casing in a process called hatching and burrows into the lush uterine wall. Around week 5, your developing baby is the size of a sesame seed. The cells that once formed the blastocyst's inner cell mass begin organizing and arranging, giving shape to the young embryo and forming primitive organs. Your baby's brain and spinal cord are visible through his translucent skin. Right around this time, your baby's circulatory system also forms, and his heart begins to beat. Your baby looks more like a tiny tadpole than a human. He's drawing nutrients and oxygen through the newly formed placenta and umbilical cord. By week 9, the embryonic tail is gone. Your baby's looking more human every day. With protruding limbs and fingers, a defined nose, mouth, and eyes, and tiny earlobes. Your new resident is about the size of a grape and weighs a fraction of an ounce. It's hard to believe how rapidly one cell evolves in such a short time into the unmistakable body of a baby. Over the next weeks, his tissues and organs will rapidly grow and mature. The webbing is gone between his fingers and toes, and his nails and fingerprints are developing. Your baby can open and close his fists and curl his toes. Thanks to his developing muscles and reflexes, he's now moving his limbs and kicking up a storm. If this is your first baby, though, you likely won't feel his flutters until 18 to 20 weeks. Through translucent skin, his vital organs are visible and functioning, including his growing brain, nervous system, intestines, and liver, which is making red blood cells in place of the disappearing yolk. Between 15 and 20 weeks, your baby will more than double in size. As his body grows, his nervous system is rapidly maturing. His nerves are connecting his brain to the rest of his body, traveling from the brain through the brainstem and down the spine, and beginning to extend into his torso and limbs. Your baby's skeleton is changing too. The soft cartilage is starting to harden into bone. This happens first in the arms and legs. Sensory development is picking up speed. Your baby's brain is designating special areas for smell, taste, hearing, vision, and touch. At this stage, your baby may be able to hear your heartbeat and voice, so read aloud or sing a happy tune. Your baby may even be sucking his thumb now. At about 18 weeks, you'll start to experience one of the most exciting parts of pregnancy, feeling your baby's movements. His flexing arms and legs may feel like gentle flutters at first. They'll become even stronger and more frequent in the weeks ahead. At 20 weeks, your baby weighs a little more than 10 ounces and measures about 10 inches from head to heel, about the length of a banana. This week is a big milestone, the halfway point in your pregnancy. In 27 weeks, your baby's sense of touch is developing, along with his unique fingerprints. When you rub or gently press on your belly, you may feel your baby squirm or kick in response. He can feel his own face now, as well as anything within his reach, including the umbilical cord. He'll keep experimenting with and refining his sense of touch. Around 23 weeks, your baby can swallow. Soon after, you may notice fetal hiccups. Don't worry, Hiccups are a normal part of development, and it's common for your baby to have them several times a day. His lungs are also forming millions of tiny branches together. At 28 weeks, your baby weighs just over 2 pounds. He'll more than triple his weight between now and birth and build a layer of fat that will help keep him warm outside the womb. Your baby's skeleton is hardening. The bones in his head have not yet fused together, which will allow them to slightly overlap as his head passes through the snug space of the birth canal. Billions of neurons have developed and are firing in your baby's brain, creating essential connections that will help him learn in and outside the womb. Your baby can open his eyes now and see the light that filters through your womb. He can hear too, so go ahead and talk or sing to your baby. As your due date nears, your baby will shed small bits of vernix caseosa, the white cheesy substance that covers his.
Giảm bớt hoạt động sản xuất hormone progesterone, trong khi tăng sản xuất các hormone khác, bao gồm prostaglandin, hormone làm mềm cổ tử cung, và oxytocin, hormone kích thích cơ tử cung co bóp. Các cơn co tử cung của chuyển dạ thật sự sẽ đều đặn, đau và mạnh lên theo thời gian. Khi các dải cơ dọc của tử cung co lại, chúng kéo cổ tử cung hé mở, các cơ khỏe ở đáy tử cung co bóp và đẩy xuống, đưa em bé của bạn hướng về cổ tử cung. Nút nhầy, một tập hợp các chất nhầy cổ tử cung được cô đặc, bịt kín cổ tử cung trong 9 tháng, có thể bị bong ra trước vài ngày hoặc trong khi chuyển dạ. Khi túi ối vỡ, nước ối chảy ra ngoài, bạn có thể cảm thấy nó chảy ra thành dòng nhỏ hoặc ồ ạt. Cổ tử cung của bạn sẽ bắt đầu hé mở và mỏng dần đi, được gọi là sự xóa và mở cổ tử cung. Khi cổ tử cung của bạn mở được khoảng